Need to complete schedule apex also, batch apex also. Fine. Note it quickly or take screenshot. Try to understand this second line. Here what is happening is, first here I am creating a class name, object name, new class name. So this is the object, right? So this one I am putting it here. So what is this line? This line, what it is doing is system.enqueue job. So whatever job you give in this bracket, okay, we are asking the system to put this one in queue. Okay, system.enqueue job. Okay, and after you put it, it will give you an ID. Using this ID, what we can do is we can identify the status, current status. Still, is it in queue, or it got executed, or it got failed, whatever it happened. So those things we can see. Uh, okay, so let me go to one's workbench. And I will show you one thing. So all the asynchronous jobs will, their status currently, whether they are in progress, executed, failed, everything we can see in a object called async apex job. Say async apex job. Okay. See, in this we can see the complete details. So what future, what we executed? We executed future method, queueable, this is scheduleable, like that. Whatever it is there, everything, and their status. See, completed, failed, queued. Okay, like that. The complete details of asynchronous jobs. Where can you find? In this object. Note down this point. Okay. Async apex job is an object. Async apex job. Async apex job is an object which will store the details of asynchronous apex. Is a object, is an object which stores the details of all the asynchronous apex. Okay, using this, next point, using this we can identify, using this we can identify the status of a specific job. Using this we can identify the status of a specific job, whether it is completed or in progress or failed, etc. Okay, fine. So now let's move to the schedule apex. Okay, queueable clear, right? So let's go to the schedule apex. Okay, global class, class name, implements schedulable. For queueable, what I said, queueable is an interface and we are implementing that interface in our apex class. That is what I said. Yes or no? Now, for scheduling, we have a interface with the name scheduleable. Okay. And for this, the data type is scheduleable context. Yes, see, this is variable. You can put whatever you want. Okay. So except SC, the first two lines exactly same every time. This class name can be anything, but this method name should be always same. Method name you should keep as execute only. So now only difference between queueable and schedulable is wherever the word queueable is there, there you put schedulable. That's it. Two places. Here queueable is there, you put schedulable. Here queueable context is there, you put schedulable context. And inside whatever you want to perform, you perform. Whatever logic you want to include, include. Okay. First note down this, then I will tell you how to execute and all. Okay. Put the heading schedulable apex. We'll write notes. Wait then. Wait. Try. Try that. Multiple methods you can put. Queueable. See, multiple methods means execute method should be there, and inside execute method whatever you write that will be only considered in the queueable context. Others will execute in normal context. So inside inside execute method only you write your complete code which you want to queue. No, only in the inside execute method you write whatever code you want to write. So if you want to write it in different methods, then what you will do, you will write a separate Apex class. In that you write so many methods. And that one you call it inside the execute. That's what people do. Whenever some complex code is there, then you create a new Apex class. In that you create so many methods. Okay. Inside this execute, you call that. That's it. Okay. Write down these 4 points. Okay, everyone noted down, right? So now, uh, okay, fine. We already have this now, so let's execute this one only. Okay. So how to write? Okay, this is schedulable, right? Okay, in schedulable, why it's not getting saved? Error, where this class has batcher feature pending. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's close this without saving. Schedulable apex I have written, but inside no code is there, na? So there I will put then. Okay, so I want to delete all the accounts that I created today. First of all, let me query this. Zero records. Okay, on contact, zero records. So let me put on account. Okay, account. Okay, now let me. Okay, see, this is the account Acme 8. This is the account which I created today. Okay, now this should get deleted. This should get deleted as part of this schedule apex. Okay, first of all, I have written the code public class name implements schedulable. Schedulable is an interface which I am trying to implement, and inside schedulable there is a method called execute. You also exactly keep that name only. You if you change the name of the spelling execute, then it will not work. Exactly, it should be same. Okay, and inside this exactly you should follow this structure for the parameter. So schedulable context, here this is the variable, whatever you want you can give sc bc kc dc, anything whatever you want you can give. So next here we will write the logic whatever you want. So this is the logic I want to execute and I want to schedule this. So how to schedule? Okay, so for scheduling first we need to prepare the cron trigger. Cron trigger means time. Okay, so at this time and date I want to execute. First we will prepare that and then we will add that job to the this schedule so that schedulable will execute. How to do it, that we will see now. Okay, so okay, so now first I will write my class name. Okay, object name. Okay, new class name. Okay, done. This one clear, right? Nobody has no doubt on this one. Here string expression, it can be any string abc, string xyz, anything you can write. String expression. Here inside this we are writing the cron trigger. So what is the structure of the cron trigger? Time and at the end date. Okay. Time, in which way we will give the time? Minutes, hours, minutes, seconds. Okay. Hours, minutes, seconds. Let me see. Cron trigger example. Okay. Cron trigger. I want you to show cron trigger. See, an expression is written in the form of seconds, comma, minutes, comma, hours, comma, day of the month, comma, month day of week, okay, day of week, month, comma, so not this one, day of week, comma, optional year. So here you need to provide all these details. Example, see, write an expression to schedule in operation 10th August 12:30 p.m. If you want to execute like this, how you need to give? First we need to give seconds 0, minutes 30 minutes, time 12, okay? 10th of August, so day 10th, August, so 8 I have given, year not mentioned in the question, so that's why optional I have given, okay? So if you want to specify year also, then you will write in this way, okay? Okay. So now you write these examples. Here now see this one. January, Monday, 12:30. In this way we will write. Okay. Take these two. Put the heading as cron trigger. So if you give question mark means that can hold any value. If you want to specifically say that this year, you will give that year. If you put question mark, what happens? For every year, okay, on that day, like your birthday, the date is same, but every year it will come, right? So in such cases, we'll give question mark. Then every year at that time it will execute. Okay. So first of all, put the cron trigger. Put the heading as cron trigger or cron expression. Cron trigger or cron expression. Write down cron trigger or cron expression. CRON, cron. Cron means in Greek time. Cron trigger or cron expression. Next, write down this one. Cron expression should be in this format. Here, this word is wrong. Okay, let me copy this and I'll put it in notepad. Why I'm putting in notepad? Because there is a mistake here. Okay. Okay, this is the, we'll put that in quotations. Okay. First write down this structure. Then under that write down examples. Under that examples also I will give. First write down the structure, everyone. Write down the structure. Under that, you can write exam. Done. Once this is done, put example one and write some examples. Example one, example two. Give this date. I mean, any date, whatever you like. Write two examples. Format you understood, right? Write some examples. Write two, three examples. Write these examples also. First, write these two examples. Write this question. Write the expression to schedule an operation on 10th of August like this. Then see star when we will give when we want every day, every month, every year, then we will give star. Okay. So take this example also, this example also, then you will get more clarity. Write down this example as well. This example as well. First write down this question and then write down the example. And then write down this question and write down this example. Okay. This in this also two examples you take. Done. Done till here, everyone. Okay. So this is the format. First of all, we need to write my job, this string, and then this object. Okay. Let's go to that what we have written. My job, this expression. Okay. And here this one. Here in this expression x. Okay. Here we will put the time. Okay. So let me take this. Okay. Okay. Here I want to change the date to 2023. Okay. And here today date 13/10. Okay. August OCT. Okay. So 12:30. I don't want it at 12:30. I want it at 8:45. Okay. Uh, okay. 8:42. 41. 8. Okay. We execute this. Variable does not exist. SA. So here obj. Okay. We execute. Okay. Now. Okay. Fine. Now what we will do is we'll go here. Jobs. Apex jobs. Schedule jobs separately is there. We can click on that. See. This is old job, old job. VPIN. This is the one which I executed at 8:41. Schedule Apex. Okay. Clear? Okay. The schedule jobs we are able to see here. So in this way we are able to execute the schedule Apex. So you have already noted down this one. This one you note down. Write the code and this one. With this schedule Apex is done, we'll go to batch Apex. Schedule is nothing but date time we are giving and we are saying that execute at that time. That's it. Done. Okay, done. Not yet done. Okay. Done. Let's move to the batch apex. Why we should go for a batch apex? Whenever we have huge number of records, and on those huge number of records, if we want to perform something, then we need to go for batch apex. And in queueable apex, we have used queueable. In scheduleable apex, we have used schedulable. Inside queueable apex, we have only one method called execute. Inside schedulable apex also, we have one method called execute. But batch apex is not like that. Batch apex is also a interface with the name batchable interface. Okay, same exactly public or global we will write public or global class name implements batchable, but inside batch apex we have three methods, and every time you have to make write definition for all those three methods. What are those three methods? Start, execute, finish. Simple names only. Let's go to batch. లేదా ఇందులో Okay. This is test class. So account update batch. Uh, oh, wrong. I clicked. Fine. So here basically global class name implements database dot batchable. Okay. Yes, subject. So this you need to write exactly this line. No change in this. Only thing is here batch apex class name, whatever class name you want to put that one. Remaining thing exactly this is what you need to write. Inside that we have three methods. This is first method, this is second method, and this is third method. Always you need to write all the three methods. Okay. Inside the method content your wish. But method name exactly it should be start method, execute method, and finish method. Start method, execute method, finish method. These three names should be exactly like that only. And for the start method, the parameter is database.batchable context. BC, KC, whatever you want, you can give. Database.batchable context is always same. Here also database.batchable context. Here also database.batchable context. The only difference that you need to remember is if you are writing a batch apex on account object, here in the execute method, you need to pass the list of account. Okay. For the first method, database.batchable context BC, last method, finish method also, database.batchable context BC. Here also database.batchable context BC. But here two variables we are passing. Along with this comma, on which object you are writing, list of that object, right here. Any name. This is nothing but the list name. Here instead of scope, I can write ACC. Yes or no? I can write anything. I'm writing scope. I can write ACC. That is nothing but name of the list. That's it. Okay. So now let's go into this method. First, before going into this method, I want you to be clear on few things. Whenever we are writing a batch apex, there are three methods. Okay. First method, start method. Okay. First method, start. Okay. Next one, execute. Okay. Next one, finish. These are the three methods we are going to write. In the start method, what we will use? Database dot spelling we need to write exactly correct spelling. Database dot batchable context. Here BC, KC, whatever you want, you can write. Exactly same thing you write here also. Start, finish, same parameter. Here also it will be there, comma, list of on which object you are writing this batch. I am writing this batch on account. So that's why list of account, ACCS. Okay. If I write on list of contact, I will put here contact. That's it. Okay. So this is how you will write those three methods. And here open the bracket, write your content, close the bracket. Here open the bracket, write your content, close the bracket. Here open the bracket, write your content, close the bracket. Is this structure clear till this point? Till this point, batch apex means we need to implement the database dot batchable context. So we need to implement batchable interface. Okay. So here in the class, what it is there, this you need to remember. Okay. For every batch apex, same. Every batch apex, same. Global class, class name, implements database.batchable. Here we are giving a subject. So it can allow any subject, account, contact, position, anything. Okay. Here also, if you want to send specifically on account, contact, that you can send, but it is always simple. Just write a subject. Remember one thing, for it will work for every object. Okay. Only thing here you will change on which object you are writing, that object you put here. That's it. Okay. In this way, first you try to understand the structure of the batch apex. Here one more bracket I need to put, and here at the ending one bracket I need to put, because batch is starting there, ending here. Clear? So here how it will execute, I will tell you. First should try to understand how to write the code structure. You remember the structure. That's it. Now I will tell you, for example, there are 1 lakh records on which I want to perform. Then start method, the purpose of start method is to query and get all those 1 lakh records. Okay. And what is the purpose of execute method is, okay, executing as different batches. Like for example, 2000, one batch size is 2000, for example, 2000, 2000, 2000, 2000, 2000, like that. In 1 lakh, how many 2000s will be there? 50,000 2000s will be there. So 50,000 times 50,000 times execute method will execute. Start method will execute only once. Finish method will execute only once. Execute method will execute based on number of batches. If we divide it into 50,000 batches, this will execute for 50,000 times. How many number of times? That depends purely on the number of batches. Okay. So what the finish method is doing? Finish method will perform any action that you want to perform after completion of the batch. For example, after successful completion of all the batches, like here we are dividing it into smaller chunks, 2000, 2000, 2000, like that. After completion of all the records, finally I want to send an email that batch is successfully completed. So such kind of activities we will put in the finish method. Now I am repeating again. Focus once more time, one more time. Whenever you want to perform some action or logic on huge number of records, then we will go for batch apex. Batch apex means we are implementing the database.batchable interface. Okay. To implement this interface, we need to understand what are the methods that are present inside this interface. There are 3 methods that are present inside this interface: start method, execute method, finish method. Okay. So now we need to use exactly the same names and we need to implement these methods. It means that name you need to keep. Inside that, whatever content you want to write, you can write. Okay. So what is the purpose of start method? The purpose of start method is to query all the records that we want to pass to the batch. Okay. And execute, dividing that entire thing into smaller chunks, and repeatedly it will execute. So here start method will execute only once, finish method will execute only once, whereas execute method will execute multiple number of times, and that number depends on the number of batches into which we have divided the total number of records. Okay, fine. And what is the parameter that we need to pass? For start method and finish method, database.batchable context bc, same parameter here also, here also. In execute, here also we will put the same thing, comma, list of account acc or list of contact cons, like that. Whatever you want, list of objects we will put. First note down this structure, then we will see the actual batch apex. Is this clear till this point? So practically how it will work, output we will see. First try to remember this, because every time this is useful to you. Yes, we can do that. See, out of 1 lakh records, in my query, I can give where condition only the records which are satisfying this condition, only on top of them only I want to execute. So out of 1 lakh records, only 70,000 records are satisfying my criteria. So I want to perform on all those 70,000 records. Other records I want to ignore. That I can do. Okay. So that in the start method, in the start method, I will write a SOQL query. In that query, I will put where condition and I will filter only those records which are satisfying my criteria. Okay. Of course, when we do it practically, you will understand. This is the basic structure or outline that is important. You need to remember this structure. Every time you write a batch apex, you will write exactly in the same way. The inside content will change, but this one will remain same. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Once you have noted down, we can close the session. Please take screenshot if you cannot note down. Please take screenshot. Okay. Okay, fine then. Thank you, guys. Tomorrow I will show it practically and execute it in front of you. So tomorrow also same time. So tomorrow Saturday we have class same time. Okay, and it will extend. Okay, fine. Thank you, guys. Bye.